At 5 in the evening, billionaire Jonathan Rivers returned to his mansion earlier than expected. He thought he'd surprise his family and start the weekend together. But the scene he found in the living room froze him on the spot. In the corner, little Lanna, only 8 years old, was trembling with tears streaming down her face. A cut on her knee was bleeding, and a shattered vase lay beside her. Standing over her was Vivien, his wife, her face twisted with a hatred Jonathan had never seen before. "You useless brat," she spat. "Do you know how much that vase cost?" "Your mother doesn't make this much in a whole year scrubbing my floors." Vivien raised her hand, ready to strike. That was when Jonathan's voice cut through the room. "Vivien." She spun around, instantly replacing her cruelty with a practiced smile. "Oh, darling, I didn't hear you come in." This girl just broke the vase. But Jonathan wasn't looking at Vivien. His eyes were fixed on Lanna, on her trembling shoulders, her frightened posture, and the silence of someone far too used to this treatment. Softly, he asked, "Lanna, are you hurt?" The child nodded hesitantly. Then, in a voice barely above a whisper, "Mrs. Vivien, she always talks to me like this when you're not home. She says, people like us should remember our place." Her hand touched her dark skin as she spoke. Jonathan's chest tightened. Before he could respond, the front door opened. Carmen, Lanna's mother and his longtime housekeeper, walked in with groceries. Her eyes darted to her daughter's bloody knee, then to the broken vase, then to Vivien's cold expression. Instantly, Jonathan recognized the same quiet fear in Carmen's face that he had just seen in Lanna's. He sent them to the kitchen to treat the wound, then called Diana Rodriguez, a civil rights lawyer. "This isn't just anger," Jonathan told her. "It's racial and psychological abuse against a child in my own home." Diana promised to arrive within the hour and advised him to record everything. Meanwhile, Vivien was on the phone with her mother. Jonathan listened from the doorway. "These servants need to know their place," she sneered. "Jonathan is too soft. But don't worry, I have plan B. If he causes trouble, I'll use what I've prepared to ruin him." She laughed. "And that little black girl? I've scared her so badly she'd never dare speak the truth." Jonathan's hand tightened around the tablet he was holding. Without a word, he began streaming her call live to his professional LinkedIn profile. Thousands of people, CEOs, board members, charity directors, were watching in real time as Vivien boasted about intimidation and manipulation. By the time she realized, it was too late. Her reputation collapsed before her eyes. Charities removed her name, clubs revoked memberships, and comments of outrage poured in. She dropped the phone, her mask slipping completely. At that moment, Lanna stepped forward. For the first time, there was no fear in her eyes. "Mrs. Vivien," she said firmly, "Mr. Jonathan taught me bullies are only strong when no one is watching. Now everyone is watching." Jonathan looked at his wife, his voice steady and cold. "For 3 years, you turned my home into a prison for a child. You thought fear and lies would protect you. But today, truth destroyed everything you built." Vivien collapsed into a chair, her empire of deception crumbling around her. And in that silence, Jonathan realized, sometimes the smallest voice, when finally heard, can bring down the loudest lies.